Hi, people. Good evening. I've just come back from my 8 9 hour practice for my ADC Part 2 course. This is my 10th day. I had posted a video like 2 days before, and upon that, I have received some messages and few questions. And I thought they are pretty common questions, like two of the candidates asked. So I thought I'll make a video and answer them all instead of replying to each candidate in person. So the first question being, I, being practicing in Dubai, have an extra edge over the Indian dental practitioner, and yet I'm finding part two tough and difficult to crack. Uh, I don't think so. I have an edge. Like, of course, yes, like I have experience since I am a postgraduate, and Dubai is like quite similar to the Western countries. The way you practice, the way you communicate, and the general setup because it's more standardized. But I don't think so that should matter for ADC exam, as if you would have seen my previous video, I have mentioned that at least the technical skills part that has got nothing to do with the clinical skills, which means that even if you're a passed out intern or even a fourth year BDS student, you just have to practice on the typhodont inside the mouth at a particular angle and according to their specific measurements. So if you master that, you can pass the technical skills. Yes, I do have an edge as a practitioner over people who have just cleared in the communication OSCE part, because there needs to be a certain set of confidence which any dentist would develop eventually if they are practicing with the patient, and the certain way to approach the patient and remember what you're going to ask about it, because I have seen that in general the Indian dental practitioners, when they are practicing in India, not so much importance is focused on the communication and a lot of questions that should be asked. uh, but then that's there, how it is. A little bit has to change, and even if you don't clear your ADC part 2, it's okay. The communication OSCE part will teach you to be a better clinician, like how to approach a patient with empathy and appreciation, which we don't usually do when we just start the practice. In Dubai out here, yes, of course, I do that. I don't know about the other practitioners. So I'm very confident in my communication OSCE skills. But that is not the only thing that can get you cleared, right? That's one of the important things, but there is performance OSCE. Like today, I learned about Pit and Fisher and Rubber Dam as to how they are supposed to perform. Pit and Fisher and Rubber Dam, well, my pedo exam was based under Rubber Dam. So I was like very comfortable with it. But there are many other things which needs to be done, and you just have 10 minutes. Now, that deadline is a little tricky part, because for a new person, as in a new a dentist, basically a candidate rather, who has never practiced in rubber dam, will require 30 40 attempts to learn it, because how to hold the clamp and what all things to take care not to tear the rubber dam, etc., etc. But you will learn eventually. That deadline is a bit of a irritating thing, but that's okay. So I hope I answered the first question, that do I find it tough? Yes, it is tough. It is difficult. It will require a lot of time, and you get demotivated. My own mentor who's teaching me, she passed in third attempt, but like I said, she didn't get demotivated. Like she practiced on like 500 teeth. So it's a journey. You may require more teeth, you may require less teeth to practice. It all depends on your skills. I think personally, I will require at least 200 teeth. So it's a journey, and let's see how far we can go and how much we can cope up with. So, is it tough? It is tough. The passing percentage is less, it's like 9%. But, anyways, it can be done as people have done before, but it all depends. So, second question is, earlier I had heard that people had cleared ADC 1 and 2 at the age of 40 plus. There are people who are appearing at that age. It depends on their conditions. Like we in India, we just think about India, but there are many other countries like Syria and the other Middle East, where sometimes because of the war and nowadays Ukraine also, the country is unstable to live in. So even if you have been practicing like glorious practice for like 10 15 years and you feel it's no more safe for your family, then you would want to migrate somewhere which you feel is safe and gives you citizenship, and you don't have to, migrate here and there. So if you are 40 plus, you're 40 plus, and we should take that as an inspiration, like we, the youngster lot. If I see somebody, which I know four people at least who are like 43 plus, and they are now thinking of giving the ADC exam. So I'm like, wow, you know what? Their children are like 10 years, 15 years like this. So if they can be motivated enough to at least go ahead and give an attempt, we should not be crying about it. Like we still have like a lot of things in our hand, and we won't feel that we are too late or something. Though late is not a criteria here, because wherever you are, and if you're practicing nicely, then your good time is on. It's fine, great. So it's okay, even if you're 40 plus, 45 plus, 50, it's okay. So this candidate says he requires some suggestion. Can we prepare for the UK ORE exam alongside the ADC exam, pattern-wise and practical aspects? Okay, very good question. So I'll tell you about my journey. So last year in January, I had actually applied for ORE and ADC both together. I had sent my documents at the same time. Now, for the UK exam, ORE, they also wanted, so they emphasize a lot on your English speaking ability. So, though I had sent them my original general IELTS report card, they want original one, okay? I sent them my original documents, and which I'm yet to receive the return of it. I think I have to email them. Good, I'm reminded about it. And I also sent them something called as NARIQ, NARIQ. I paid like 150 or 200 pounds for that. What that certificate is, it basically gives you a certificate from the UK that you are proficient in English, and your degree, the BDS degree, is equivalent to their graduation degree. So you have to just appear for the ORE exam, and you good to go and practice out there. So these two certificates I obtained from them. This is from NARIC. It's the UK one, which the ORE only have specified. In spite of having these two certificates and paying so much, and my journal IELTS, and I had a score of 8.5, which was difficult to achieve because they want writing 7.5 plus. They emailed me saying that they want academic IELTS, and I was like, wow, you know what? I'm in no mood to give the academic IELTS now. And ADC, meanwhile, did not ask for my IELTS. So, and they accepted my application. So then I thought, you know what? Bye bye, ORE. I'm not giving academic IELTS after submitting so many certificates and everything. And at the last moment, you people tell me, though when I had submitted the NARIC English proficiency certificate, and it mentioned that I am like the grade A for the English, they mentioned some grade or something, and I'm fit to practice whatever. Still, they are insisting on the academic IELTS. I'm like, I don't want to go to this country. So, but you don't get demotivated. If you are going to give IELTS, give the academic IELTS. That would be good for you. So ADC did not require it, hence I proceeded with ADC. But if you are the first timer and you're submitting your documents, then you can submit at both the places. The advantage with ADC was the part one I could give it in Dubai, as in Abu Dhabi, or in India. For ORE part one, you still have to go to UK and give. And nowadays, getting the UK and the US and the etc. visa, I'm reading on newspaper on a daily basis that it's very difficult to get, even as a tourist. So you plan what you would like to do. You may submit the documents both places, but just to give the part one also, you'll have to go to UK. So a bit of additional expenses out there. But for ADC, you can appear very well from India, or many countries. The Pearson View centers are there anywhere. So another question is there any candidate who couldn't clear the ADC part 2 in all 3 attempts? Yes, many of them. Each exam, like 12 candidates appear, 3 to 4 of them pass. But then again, you have 3 attempts. So many of them clear eventually in the 3rd attempt. Many of them don't clear and have to give up due to family reasons or whatever. So it's a journey which you may not clear. Even I'm not sure if I would clear or not, but take the good thing out of it. You'll be more patient. You'll have, if your communication skills are not good, you'll be good in that. So your hard work won't be wasted. God sees everything. If you're sacrificing something and you're working hard for it and still not achieving the desired result, that result and the fruits of your hard work would come in some or the other way in your practice, in your life. So don't feel, what, all these 3 years were waste, or I spent so much and I got nothing out of it. No, you'll get something out of it. So don't keep the result in your mind and take the stress and practice. Practice with cool headed, stress free. It doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, it happens, it happens. Great. This is not the end of life. What is the approximate expenditure for ADC Part 1 in the first attempt? $2,000 is the exam application fee. The initial application fee is somewhere around $600 or something. And yeah, pretty much that's it. And any course if you wish to take, but do take the mock test, like I emphasize. Without mock test is like I mentioned, you learn to swim in your bathtub and you expect to go in the ocean on the ADC Part 1 exam and do your swimming thing. That's not going to happen. You need to take a mock test if you really want to clear or get at least a hang of exam, how to finish first of all so many questions in such a less time. So I think around 3,000 Australian dollars is the expenditure of Part 1. Part 2 is another story. So even if you clear the ADC Part 2, how much approximately can you earn in Australia? All right, I don't know the exact figure, but what you need to know is 5,000 Australian dollars. If you earn monthly, you can live very comfortably in Australia. That's what my friends have told me. My other friends who are dentists working for someone, they get paid around 10, 11 or 12,000 Australian dollars depending on the area that they are practicing. As a newbie, I think you'll be more sent to the rural areas. In the busy cities, they would, I think, prefer the Australian experienced dentist. 10, 11, $12,000 easily you can earn, out of which I think 30-40% will go in tax. So your takeaway home should be at least 6 or 7,000 Australian dollars, which is good enough. Like I said, 5,000 is enough to live a comfortable life, and 6-7 per monthly after tax is great. That's just the start, I guess. If you choose to open your own clinic, sky is the limit. So that is how much you would start earning, basically. Okay. Another candidate asked me, can we move to Australia after clearing Part 1? Moving to Australia and clearing your Part 1 or Part 2 are two completely different things. Moving to Australia as a tourist, you can go anytime, irrespective when you're giving the exam or not giving the exam. If you want to migrate there, then you need to have a PR or somebody needs to sponsor you. Now, having a PR means going through a completely different process. You have to go to those immigration companies and submit your documents. Dentistry is a skilled profession, but I don't think so it's in demand right now. But what I've also heard watched rather a video on this, there are certain states, like how India has states. So there are certain states, and those states of Australia can sponsor you as a dentist. So, but you have to work then only in that place at least for 3 years in that state, and then I think you'll be getting your PR or something, and then you can move anywhere in Australia. Or some clinic in Australia is ready to sponsor you. So either you get a PR and you be wherever in Australia, or you get a state sponsorship after you clear ADC Part 2, not Part 1, and you practice only in that state wherever you want, or somebody in Australia sponsors you as a work visa, and then you finish 3 years and then get a PR or something like that. So these are the three things by which you can go there. So do we have to apply student visa and have to study any course? You don't have to study any course. You can just clear your ADC Part 2, find a job and move there, or get a PR and move there. You want to study something else, then you can apply to that university, get your permission, and then apply your student visa, and then you can go there. This is what my understanding is. If anything is changed, please leave a comment. This is my latest understanding after whatever research that I have done. I may be wrong, I'm not sure. So if you have a correct answer, or if you feel that some modification is needed, or there is something extra that I'm not aware of, please leave the comments so a lot of people get helped. So I hope this helps you all. And yeah, this is day 10 of my ADC Part 2 journey. I'm still in North India. I'm just so missing my home in Dubai. I'll be going there back on Thursday. I don't know how much, I mean, how will I cope up? Because it's already been 10 days now. So, like, what, 5 more days? Yeah, it was a 15-day course. So, but yeah, I'm feeling a little more confident than what I was. I've just like learned by myself 20% of things, though the mentors are really nice and they have taught me well. I'm writing notes which I would share later about the performance OSCEs. How many performance OSCEs are there? Around 8. Rubber dam, pit and fissure, extraction, LA, and we have medical emergency, we have x-ray, we have scaling, and we have a matrix placement. Yes, so all this performance OSCEs I need to learn. I have learned what they want in pit and fissure and rubber dam. So yep, and tomorrow I'm going to learn, I think, another 3 or 4 of them. I for once this was my first day today where I finished all my technical tasks. Like almost 6 hours I took, with a break of 1 hour, of course. uh, I could, get it to borderline. There are rubrics grading systems, so I'm not like completely unsatisfactory, but like borderline kind of a thing. But of course, if I would have done a more finishing, I would have been a bit in the satisfactory part. But then I was exhausted because finishing all the 6 tasks, it's quite a challenge, and it's just been a week of me practicing. So I'm motivating myself. My mentors are motivating me, and I hope other ADC candidates share their journey and also motivate me. So there it is. Leave a comment to tell me if you want any answers, or you want to educate me about something or share your journey. That would be nice. Thanks. Bye.